Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Results Podcast. It's great to be back. It's been a little while. I do apologise, but you know what it's like when you get busy. I know that's a rubbish excuse and one I'm always telling people off for, but yeah, I've been busy. It's great to be back anyway. This is Steve Mills here. Just to give you a brief, in case this is the first time you've ever listened to my podcast. By the way, we're just about to hit 5,000 downloads. So we're actually 4,942 downloads. So not the biggest in the world yet, but, we're getting there. Bigger than most, not as big as some. So thank you ever so much for downloading and being involved in the whole process. So the Results Podcast is called the Results Podcast for a very important reason, and that is to help people to improve the results that they're getting. Specifically, we're looking at sales and marketing results, how to improve those, because for most businesses and people in business, the key to their success is really the amount of profit they make. And there's only two ways of making more profit. One is to improve the marketing, and the other is to improve sales conversion. So I tend to call that lead generation and lead conversion. That's really what sales and marketing is all about. So I've spent 25 years now working with thousands of businesses in hundreds of industries and helping them to make literally millions upon millions of pounds of additional unforeseen income. Now, not all of them, obviously. You know, if I'm working with a startup, they're not going to make millions, probably not initially anyway, and my goal is to get them to six figures in their first year. If I'm working with a business that's perhaps turning over 6 years, it's to hit that elusive £1 million. And for any business turning over £1 million, it's to get them to the next million, then the next, and so on and so forth. So today, I've got a really simple little tip for you. It's around the production of headlines, which, as we all know, can have a dramatic effect on business. Some of you may have listened to my podcast in the past where I talk about changing the headline of a client of mine and helping them turn their advertising, which was costing £2,000 a month, turn their advertising into or from no leads at all in 6 months, i.e. £12,000 thrown down the drain, to in the first month 5 leads, 2 of which turned into business, with over, I think it was something like £4.5 million worth of business, which wasn't bad, as it only took me about 15 minutes to figure it out. So this is really, really powerful. Now, if you think about when you create a headline, you're teaching an audience how to do something so that they can ultimately have or become something. So if I was, a landscape gardener, I'd be saying something like, okay, so if you want to do this, if you want to hire us to do your landscape gardening, then this is what we create. So just to simplify it, we're talking about crafting your headline around a really, really simple to understand and simple to do formula. And this is the formula. How to do this so that you can have that. And that's it. That's really all I've got to say to you. How to do this and so you can have that. Now, if you think about the use of that, perfect for social media. Perfect for a headline of an email campaign. Perfect, perhaps, for the headline of a web page, or when you stand up at an event, or somebody says to you, "What do you do?" Well, I do this, so businesses can have that. I'll just give you my one interpretation of this and how I might use it. So I might say, so today I want to talk to you about how to improve your sales and marketing results so that you can create more sales, more profit, and really live the life that you want. Now that would be one version of that. I could easily adapt that to today. I want to talk to you about how to use LinkedIn to grow your business so that you can create leads easily, cheaply, and at no cost. Yep, so you get the idea. So that's it really. That's all I wanted to say. I hope that's of value, but what I really hope is that you use it. What I also hope is that if you've not yet signed up to my podcast and downloaded it, then please go and do that. So subscribe to it, in other words. You might also want to check me out on YouTube. I've got literally hundreds upon hundreds of videos. You might also want to go to our website and get yourself signed up to our email list so that we can continue to give you lots of great advice and tips and information, albeit through email as well as through my podcast. So that's it. If you want to know more, my website is steve-mills.com. And I'm sure you can find me if you go on YouTube, me at Steve Mills Marketing, something like that. So that's about it. Thank you ever so much for listening, and look forward to speaking to you again on my next podcast.